Network of awareness makes your brain coherent. One of the fastest growing podcasts. You can hear it 24/7. Got listeners out in London, informationalists in Paris. The echo spreading out, no parrot. Just dissect, digest, and share it. The righteous rhymes hit the spirit. Click 90 times, it won't perish. Cause y'all's the mind ain't no fairy tale like the valley our parents. It's time to rise, don't get weary. United minds, it's apparent. Download every single errand, but most ain't fit to catch it, even if they were Larry. Interviews, the interludes, they into you, taking you on a journey like no other. It places you in a state of awareness. It's your fault if you hate the truth, cause Yahweh's on his way, my brother. Better change your views. All praise to Yah.
Hello, positive people. You are now tuned in to the Network of Awareness podcast radio station, giving you in-depth information on society and culture in America and abroad, with messages of inspiration, with keen insights, reputable interviews, and much more. So now, without further ado, your host of the Network of Awareness podcast, Aura, the informationalist.
Yes, peace and greetings, people. Welcome to the Network of Awareness. And I am your host, Aura the Informationalist. And this show is brought to you by A1 Careers. If you are looking for an opportunity to get employment, if you are looking to work remotely, change careers, work virtually, check out Danita Nicole Britton at a1careers.com. As well, if you're a business entrepreneur, a mid-sized business looking to fill roles and positions and want quality people to fill those positions, check out a1careers.com. So I wasn't planning on doing this show, but after what I heard this morning, which doesn't surprise me, people. You know, the proof, like I said, the proof is always in the pudding. And several people throughout the past year and several months, I would say the past year and 2-3 months, have been telling me that this is how this dude felt deep down inside. But I'm the type of person that, even though when I see certain things that are suspect, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, because at the end of the day, I like to believe that us as spiritual beings having a physical experience, that we all have light in us. We all have great potential. I talk about it all the time on my show. But I'm not a venerator of man. I'm not a dick rider, and I have my own mind, and I have to call bullshit when I see it. And there was a really big bullshit narrative that was given to people this morning on somebody's platform. Now, nobody's going to mention your name, bro. We don't have to. I don't have to. I don't venerate man. When you went on your rant Friday night, for whatever reason that you took personal, and I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this show too. There's several reasons. One is you brought another man into this as an excuse for how you feel, because I have receipts that I've been nothing but supportive to the man that you try to bring into the light as an excuse for how you feel. You should have just told the people that's how you feel. Why are you going to bring another grown-ass man, a family man, into the fold and try to create some bullshit narrative like I was trying to throw shade to somebody? And for those of you that heard my show, if you haven't, go to the show, Debunking the Bullshit. All right, where we covered a lot of different topics with my wife, Letta, the boss nurse. And what's interesting is that was a powerful show. But apparently, somebody got into their feelings because they've been feeling like that for a long time. And people been telling me. And for some reason, this dude got something up his ass towards Puerto Ricans. And if you look at the body of his work, he's always shitted on Puerto Ricans. It ain't nothing new. I don't know if it's something that's happened from his past or if it's something that happened in the camps that he used to be heavily immersed in. I don't know what it is. And let me also say this, that I still got love for you, dude, because you helped me in a time when my nephew committed suicide, who's also a black man. And let me make this very clear. I come from black people, so I can't hate what I come from. You have your perceptions on life. I do my research and I know where I come from. And I come from black people. And I always support black people. But I support righteous people, first and foremost. Nobody ever hated. You need to stop with your narratives. Your narratives are very, very lost. They have no substance. They have no validity to them. They're your opinions, as they've always been. I'm a grown man. I don't hate you. I still love you. I think you have a beautiful family. And even though you threw shade on my wife and talk shit about me pimping her and all this nonsense, I think you have a wonderful wife. I think she has a beautiful platform. I think that she speaks from the heart and she's very genuine in what she says. Okay? And let me also make this very clear. I'm not going to speak about this after this show. I'm going to say what I have to say, and I'm going to keep it moving like I always do. And if I already know that you're going to talk more narrative and bullshit that makes no fucking sense, but you're going to make it make sense, you're going to speak with a lot of conviction. People have a lot of respect for you. And there's some people that venerate and worship you, like almost as if you have a spell on them. And whatever you say is golden. But a lot of things you said and a lot of things you say don't have any validity. Where are the receipts? Okay. So I'm not going to belittle myself as a 44-year-old man and stoop down to your level. Because you can be my big brother. And at one time, I looked up to you as a big brother. But after hearing you yesterday, it validates what people have been telling me for over the past year. And it makes so much sense because you've been feeling like this for a while for whatever reasons. You always talk shit about Puerto Ricans. And then you want to say Afro Puerto Ricans are Hebrew or black people. It's like you all over the place, bro. Like, stick to something. See, with me, with my research and my godfather that brought me into a lot of truth when it comes to melanated people and how they were scattered through all four corners of the earth, I understand that through colonialism, the Caribbean has been colonized. That's why you have some people that speak Creole and you have some people that speak Spanish. And that's why you have black people within the Caribbean that don't see themselves. They see themselves as what they've been colonized. So you'll have people that say they're Puerto Rican, black, whatever. I know this. I'm a grown ass man. But for some reason, something must have happened to you or something or whatever. And what's crazy is that when you show people love and respect, you know what I mean? And they still have some type of criticism and they always like trying to belittle what you're doing. And they always have something to say. I've been there before. You're nobody new to me. You're very old in the sense that you're not the first person that I've dealt with that gets into their feelings and has a high level of animosity, anxiety, and overall just stupidity when you speak about certain things that you have no knowledge of. But I still love you because at the end of the day, the Most High brought you to my life to help me to understand things. And I wish and hope nothing for the best for you. I really do. And it's crazy because I've supported all your platforms. I've never been disrespectful, but something that was said between me and my wife, I told somebody earlier today, I told a sister today how when me and my wife got together on that platform, and let me tell you something real quick. My love for my wife is very genuine. I don't need to get clout. I grew up with black people because black people are my family. So I grew up with black people in my household. So what the fuck are you talking about right now? And just because I'm a lighter skin complexion, you think you better than me? You said something like, I'm not even worth your socks? Really? So why is it that you was like, and I knew it too when I first, because I'm gonna cover it all today and then I'm gonna leave it there because I'm gonna approach this spiritually because we are all children of the Most High. And I'm not gonna allow the narrative that you've painted about me to just flow. You know what I'm saying? And I already know that tomorrow you're going to still hone down on this. You're going to do it on Wednesday. You're going to talk about me on Thursday. You're going to talk about me on Friday. You might talk about me on your pull-ups. You're going to talk about me next Monday, next Tuesday, next Wednesday, just like you did to the sisters that don't come to your platform no more. You should have just left it there and stopped talking about it and keep it moving. I mean, that's what it's about. Like, you address something and then you let it go. You don't act like a 14-year-old and go into a temper tantrum about it. It's ridiculous. It makes no freaking sense. You know what I'm saying? None whatsoever. But yet you felt, you being the spiritual person that you are, you felt compelled, but we already knew this. And when I say by we, I'm saying me and my circle of people. We already knew this. We already knew what you was doing. Because when I first put out the song, The Power of Music with my brother Take, first thing you said when the song was over, "Oh, Aura, I didn't know you had it in you." I'm just joking. You wasn't fucking joking. You was trying to treat me like I was some fucking herb or something, like I didn't know how to rhyme. I've been rhyming since I was 12 years old. I'm 32 years into rhyming, homie. And my music doesn't suck, because if my music sucked, it wouldn't be getting so much love. But like I said, you got a problem with Puerto Rican dudes. And let me tell you something, people. All that bullshit that this man be saying about Puerto Ricans and Spanish people be whipping their women's ass, all men from different cultures whip their women's ass. Okay? Irishmen, Italian men. That's where the term wife beater came from, because Italian men and Irish men used to have their tank tops on, chasing their wives with belts back in the 1930s and 40s. And that's where the term wife beater came from. And how do I know that? Because I'm not a lazy fuck. I do my research. Maybe you should try it. All right. Second of all, it's like, I have to call bullshit when I hear it when it comes to these lies about me. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to throw my wife in the mix. It's like you 50 something, 56, 57 years old, getting all hyperactive. You the one that was salivating at the mouth. I'm calm and collective right now, brother. There's no animosity here. But I have to call a spade when I see one, because people been telling me about you. And people been saying, yo, this dude's using your shit, saying this, saying that. When I first said I was going to do my Roku, and let me make this clear too. I'm doing Roku not because you're doing it. I'm doing Roku because the opportunity was presented to me. The Most High favored me to have that platform because I was getting stressed out from the censorship. And it got validated that my algorithms got censored on the platform, specifically on Apple and on Spotify. And it's not all of it, because whenever I talked about the science appliance, which many of you know what I mean by that, I got censored, and I basically was like, damn, what am I going to do? And then this opportunity to start a TV channel came, and they laid it out for me like, you don't have to worry about that. The brothers from Texas was like, you don't got to worry about that. We're not about that life. We're not going to censor you. We're anti-censor. We're anti-vax and all this other stuff. And I was like, great, wonderful. All praise to the Most High for giving me this opportunity. It wasn't because of that. It wasn't because I'm trying to be like you. I'm being myself like I've always been. I'm being a messenger like I was told at 18 years old. And that's why I tell you, brothers and sisters, be careful on how you follow people. Because sometimes, when people speak with strong convictions and they're feeling themselves and people respect and admire them, sometimes you could be put under a spell. And then anything that person says, you just rock with it. You got to be very careful. You got to have your own mind. And anybody that was listening to that show this morning, and I'm talking to the adults that are independent, critical thinkers. I'm talking to my critical thinkers now. Listen to the jealousy in the words. Calling me a pretty motherfucker? Really? Like that's what we're doing? We're calling me a pretty motherfucker. Now, if you think I'm a pretty motherfucker, like, I was thinking of Wesley Snipes, I'm saying, you pretty motherfucker. But it's like, bro, where's all this hostility? If you don't like me, you could have just told me and I would have kept it moving. You've been diagnosing and analyzing every little thing I do. And let me make this clear for those that don't know. I support Black people as I've always have. I never deferred from that. All right. And furthermore, I never begged nobody to come onto my platform. Not a damn person. Everybody that comes onto my platform, and let me make this clear too, because there's a lot of bullshit that's said, and I'm going to bring the truth, because the truth is the light. And let me also say this before I preface this, is that if I'm out of order, the Most High is going to chastise me for my wicked ways. But I guarantee you that it's not going to happen here, because I'm not the one out of order. And one of the reasons why I even decided to go live, because I was going to do a pre-record. I wasn't even going to give light to this shit. But there was too many factors. One in particular is that you brought another man, Brother Cal, into the situation. Okay? And what's crazy is from that show that was shared on IG, the snippets, Brother Cal liked it. Now, Brother Cal, I don't have anything against you, but if you don't want to follow my stuff and you want to look at me a certain way, hey, that's on you, brother. I brought you onto my platform. I showed you nothing but love. I told you about that situation with that book that was in my house and how I burned it and how I heard one of your shows. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? I've shown nothing but support to my righteous brothers and sisters and to my brothers and sisters in this truth, no matter what cultural background you come from. Because one thing I don't do is I will follow platforms. I follow shows, but I don't follow man. I don't venerate man. All right. And you spoke a lot of lies, brother. All right. And I'm going to bring truth to it. First of all, you said that I created like these groups with your name. That is a lie. Where is the receipts? Because everybody that follows me knows I created what you call chat rooms within IG called Network of Awareness. And I believe I created another one. Nobody ever used your name. I don't have to use your name to get clout. That don't even make sense. And the few people that came from your platform to my platform doesn't make up my entire platform that gets thousands of downloads internationally. So you mean to tell me that the thousands of downloads that I was getting before I even decided to come into your chat room is from your people? Please, give it a break. It's nonsense. All of it. Nobody wants to be like you, at least over here. I'm very comfortable in my own skin. And what I do talk about, and I know this for a fact, is that I know that once this world is run by the Black nation as a whole, it's going to be a better place because this land has been desecrated. And I've been educating people about that since the beginning. And I'm not going to get petty because I could talk a lot about how you take certain things that people say, and I call it vocal plagiarism. You take what people say, and then you put a little twist and turn on it, and then you try to make it your own. I done peeped that. When I gave the breakdown about the righteous tightrope and how life in this narrow path that we have to walk as spiritual people, giving praise to the Most High and having these demonic forces come at us. And I'm going to have a presentation on that on Roku anyway. But when I did that, then you started saying it. When I said that the year 2022 was the year of the Hebrew, you started saying it. But at the end of the day, it's all love because even though you be jacking my shit, it's all comes from the Most High. We're in this together, right? That's what you say. We're in this together. So it's not really coming from me. It's coming through me. But I'm not going to let you create lies. And if you saying that I did that, where's the receipts? Because I could tell you right now, brothers and sisters, all my peoples, all the people listening, everybody that's going to download this show, show me. Because I ain't never used his name to start any chat room. I have a chat room called Network of Awareness Ones. And then I had another one called Network of Awarians. All that shit about he's saying that IG sent him a message, that shit is bullshit. That's a fucking straight out lie. It's just a lie, people. A lie is a lie. There is no truth to that whatsoever. And I want to make this very clear. Whoever doesn't want to follow me, I'm perfectly fine with that because I saw certain, I went into the chat room and I saw what people were saying about me, and it's all good, baby. I didn't beg you to come to my chat room. And what was disappointing is to see certain people talk about me in a very malicious fashion that I've done nothing but help and try to get them further in progress to what they're doing. Has he done that for you? Did he put y'all on his show? Did he get people to want to purchase your products and promote your business and get people to know your story? No. But yet, when I did it with Sister Brittany, Sister Antoinette, all of a sudden now you see them. When I did it with Sister Danita, when I did it with multiple people, Brother Cal, Brother Kyle, Brother Cook. I mean, shit, the list goes on. Brother Landon. It's like, you're not doing that, but you quick to take people's money to buy your fucking cosmetology shit, to subscribe to your memberships and all of that. You real quick to do that. You real quick to take people's money. But I don't see you dishing out money for other people. And it's like, I'm doing this show because this thing with the lies, you can't do that, man. You can't just start creating narratives. I mean, you can. And if people want to gravitate to that bullshit, let them. I give two fucks. I really do. After I heard you go through your rant Friday night, I was like, damn, that show rubbed somebody the wrong way. Nobody disrespected Brother Cal on that show. And what I said, just to make that clear, because he did say it, was that nobody knows what the Most High is thinking. Nobody knows the Most High's ways. That's what I said. And the funny thing is, you say it. I haven't heard you say it lately, but you've been saying it. You said, my ways or your ways are not the Most High's ways. Isn't that true? And let me tell you something, brother. I do know scriptures, and my family wants me to talk about scriptures, but that's not my lane. I'd rather just digest the scriptures for myself, and that's it, and utilize it and walk in righteousness with my deeds. You know, because sometimes, let me tell you sometimes people get to a certain age and you can't tell them shit, right? You can't tell. They're real stiff-necked. You can't tell them shit. They just think they're always right. They always think they're right. And anything that comes out their mouth, they think is golden. And that's what happened here this morning. But if you pay attention, he's been feeling like that for over a year. He's been throwing innuendos and little subliminals for over a year. And I kept, people was bringing it to my attention, and I was aware, like after a while, because I didn't want to believe it. I really didn't. I didn't want to believe it because I have so much respect for him and so much admiration, but not veneration. And there's a lot of things that don't add up. A lot of it. And a lot of it stems from that residual trauma from the camps. But who am I to tell him that? I'm like, if that's his problem, not mine. That's a you problem, not me. I never joined no camps. I never joined no gangs. I could have joined plenty of gangs. I could have joined a couple of camps because I lived in New York City. I was in Manhattan at 15 years old by myself, taking care of myself. And yeah, I was running the streets. All right. I'm not trying to be gangster. I'm not trying to be tough, but I can hold my own. Best believe it. There's no pussies over here, bro. None whatsoever. And I'm not trying to claim to be a tough guy. But you're out of order. And that's your problem. I already know that he was like, oh, he's going to be salivating at the lips. Nobody's salivating, man. This hurts me. This is disappointing, bro. It really is. This is very disappointing. Because as righteous brothers and sisters in this truth that we are putting out righteous intentions and we make mistakes, we need spiritual upliftment more than ever instead of trying to knock people down. And if anybody heard my show, nobody was throwing any fucking shots at Cal. Nobody disrespected Cal. And if Cal felt like he was disrespected, then he would have brought it to my attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not This is some shit where it's like, you're not going to create a narrative about me, bro. Okay? I'm going to speak up for myself because I'm a grown ass man. You've been feeling like this a lot for a long time, over a year now. And then you create fucking imaginary stories like I created an IG. Everybody that knows, that follows me on G, they know what chat rooms I created. And there's people that want to leave my chat room. Please do it sooner than later, because I don't give a shit. I do this for the Most High. If you want to understand my perspective and how I talk about society and culture and social sciences, great. If not, I'm not worried about it. Because at the end of the day, nobody forced anybody to come here. Nobody begged anybody to come here. Matter of fact, I was so respectful that I sent you an email asking, and this was months later after I interviewed you, that I brought you, and I said, like, hey, can I put my link on your show? I emailed you respectfully, always been respectful. But for some reason, you don't like the way I talk. Now, all of a sudden, Aura's platform is whack and it wouldn't be shit without take one. Come on, man. Don't bring other people into how you feel. Don't use other people as an excuse. If you felt the way you felt, do that, because when I put out the post, Brother Cal liked it. Now, if Brother Cal, if you feel a certain way about me, bro, it's all good, man. It's all good. Friday night, I slept well, people, because I had a clear conscience. Clear conscience. I didn't come to your platform to get clout. And everybody I've networked with on your platform, I did it because I was compelled in my spirit to do it. And that's what I'm about. I'm about unity. Nobody's ever disrespected black people. I ain't never be disrespecting black people on my platform. That's another bullshit lie. Because if I was disrespecting black people on my platform, black people wouldn't come on my platform. And just to let you know too, because we're going to take some time on this show. Puerto Ricans follow my show. Dominicans follow my show. Mexicans. But like I told you, brothers and sisters, those are all social constructs. We are all spiritual beings having a physical experience. I never heard the Most High talk about Mexicans in the Bible. Never hear him say Puerto Ricans. These are all words that are created by men and women, fleshly beings that was trying to control a narrative, just like you, just like you're trying to control this narrative with me. And I'm just going to say this. This thing that happened this morning, I'm just addressing it now, but it's not going to stop anything that I'm doing. It's not going to stop any of it. And if there's people that drop off, it's just going to be an inkling on what the fuck I got going on. Because I got thousands of people that follow me around the world because they understand what I'm saying. But the fact that you have to come and talk about me like I'm a piece of shit, and then you call me, it's like, I pay attention. You talk about patterns. I paid attention to your patterns. And you have some very erratic patterns in the way you approach things. But you see, I don't hold that against you. I just recognize it for what it is. You're very wishy-washy with things. And if it doesn't fit what you feel is right, then you don't really talk about it. And like I said before, you could feel however you want to feel about me. It's not going to make me lose any sleep. But don't bring other people into this. And if for those that are listening, if you haven't heard last week's show, with my wife, Letta, the boss nurse. Listen to it. Listen to what we're saying. And listen to what my wife said. My wife said, don't get cocky with it. And from what I heard Friday night to this morning, you sound very cocky. Very cocky. And you talk, you could feel however you feel. You could think I'm the biggest piece of shit in the world. You said my music's whack. But meanwhile, on your show, you said Aura's a good dude. Aura's a good dude. That's what you said. But I guess I'm not that good no more, huh? Right? I'm not that good no more. And then you want to throw shade at my family. Why? That's not respectable. That's not how a man of the Most High. It's like, I don't disrespect Brother Cal. And if you see, this is where I say show the receipts. Because if you look at the receipts and you've seen the comments, let's not even mention that I brought Brother Cal on the show. And we had a great show, right? The show was called Yahweh or Satan, Choose a Side. It was a phenomenal show. Even though Brother Cal had technical difficulties with his phone and everything, we still worked through it. All praise to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We still work through that. So what are you talking about? If you feel a certain way, then just say it's you. Why you say, oh, I'm sticking up for Brother Cal? It's like, please, bro. And all praise to the Most High. Let's give a round of applause for the Most High. Because we're gonna keep it positive. When I heard you talking, I was like, damn, like you be saying, damn, Daniel, tell me how you really feel about me. You've been feeling like this for a while. You even brought up, he was like dissecting. It's like, damn, you really pay attention to every fucking thing I say, don't you? You've been watching from the back for a minute. And when I said I never thought I was going to be from a woman from the South, I'll say it again. Never thought that had nothing to do with black. I've dated plenty of black women, bro. I'm from the fucking Bronx. Come on, man. You don't think that sisters liked me? Because I'm a pretty motherfucker, right? And I don't get manicures, people. I'm a pretty motherfucker, ain't I? I've always shown my sisters love and respect, just like I show my wife love and respect. You know why I got with my wife? Because I felt I had freaking visions of my wife in dreams. I love the way she treats me and looks at me. I think she has a beautiful personality. Okay? And we joke around a lot. That show, we was joking around. When I said don't steal my stuff, that was a joke because that's how me and my wife joke with each other, homie. Why you so worried about that? But you want to dissect it and say, I'm trying to be like a white guy. Nobody ever over here try to be like no damn white guy. I don't need to be like something I'm not. And on top of that, you want to say that because I said I never thought I would date a woman from the South. I never thought I was going to live in the South. If you would have told me that I was going to live in Florida, I'd have been like, yeah, right. But you see, I'm very transparent in when I speak about my life. And when I made that comment, it really was that. I really thought that I was going to get some chick from Brazil or something overseas because I've had toxic relationships with American women that didn't go too well. And I stayed single for over 10 years because I completely stuck to the discipline of saying the Most High, I'm going to get rid of all of this toxicity from past relationships and I'm going to get to know myself. And as I was getting to know myself, I kept saying, the next woman I get with, the woman that I sleep with, that I lay down with, is going to be my wife. And that's the woman I'm going to be with. And I waited over 10 years. Listen to me, people, 10 years of being single. And out of those 10 years, I was celibate for damn near 5 of them. All right? 5. I didn't stick my dick in not one woman. And that takes a lot of discipline, especially when you're a pretty motherfucker. It takes a lot of discipline because I'm not of worldly world things. I don't speak about worldly world things in the sense that I'm a freaking lover of those things. I speak about the worldly world things that we have to stay away from in order to maintain a relationship with the Most High. So what are you so mad about? If you listen to what I'm saying, everything you said this morning makes no fucking sense whatsoever. But yet, you feel a certain way about the way I talk. Why? And people that are listening, and to the brothers and sisters in the chat room, listen, I'm not trying to create division here. I'm just trying to clear the motherfucking air, because if you're going to create lies about me, I'm going to bring the truth. I've never been in a situation like this. This is like some like hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know, this is that social media bullshit. And people say, oh, why don't you just email him? It's like, because he's too stiff-necked. Why am I going to email him? Anything that I say to him, he's not going to take it well. And he's going to try to belittle me. So why even go there? All I'm going to do is just depart like I was doing anyway. I don't need your platform. I don't need your so-called people to come up. I was already on the way. The Most High got me up. That's all I need. And anybody that wants to follow me or follow my platform, I should say, then you're more than welcome to. There's no animosity. Don't believe that bullshit that I'm like. I had somebody ask me today in IG after listening to the show. They was like, are you a racist? I started laughing. I was like, oh, I'm a racist now? But see, that's why I say, I don't know what kind of spell this man be putting on people for them to just completely shift their mindset. It's like 1 minute, I'm cool. And then the next minute, I ain't shit with certain people. That's suspect, man. There's certain people present day. I ain't mentioning no names, but I saw you in the chat room. I'm helping you, bro. I'm doing everything in my power to help you. And I'm helping you for free. Because I know that you're hurting financially. So I'm trying to look out for you. I don't have to do that shit. But I'm really about helping my brothers and sisters. And that's why everybody that I did bring onto my show, I did it with the utmost righteous intentions. What was I to gain from that? I put certain people on the back burner on Podmatch and on Matchmaker that I can get paid for to put out my brothers and sisters instead. And you're going to tell me, you're going to talk shit about me like that? Like you fucking 15 years old? Going into a temper tantrum? It's pathetic, man. It's sad. And I knew I wasn't going to stay quiet because I was just like, okay, all right. I'm listening like, all right, okay. Where's the receipts on that? When did I do that? Because you could say shit, but that doesn't mean that it's true. Doesn't mean that it's true. You just got an issue with me. You've had an issue with me for a long time, and I don't know why. I think you just got something with Puerto Ricans, because every time I put 3 people on from the Bronx onto your platform about 2 or 3 years ago, and they listened to like 2 or 3 episodes, they're like, why you follow this dude, bro? Mad disrespectful. You talk about Puerto Ricans like like, you know. You don't know. All men from different cultures whip their women's ass. All right? Black men do women dirty too. Even black men that swear they're righteous, they do their women dirty too. They all do it. White dudes, Irish, Italian, Arabic, they all. If you are of a foul nature, you are foul nature. And it shows in your actions. And a lot of men beat their women. I never whooped a woman's ass. Ever. Nor will I ever attempt to. My wife is a beautiful, spiritual being, funny as hell, tough as shit, don't take no shit, very passionate, and she's just lovely. And she's helped a lot of y'all people too that was talking shit. And that's sad because what was said, it hurt. I know it hurt her. I know it did. I know it did because it was all based on bullshit. And my wife and I have helped certain people out of the kindness of our heart. We didn't have to do that. But some reason, if you want to go with this bullshit narrative from this dude, go right on ahead, man. It's no worry. You don't have to play another song of mine. I could give 2 Pfizers, 3 Modernas, and 1 Johnson & Johnson. I really do. I don't care. I'm still going to be putting out music, you know? And that's the thing. Everything happens for a reason, brothers and sisters. Everything. And sometimes you just outgrow people because they're stuck in their ways. They haven't truly evolved. They stop sometimes. They become stagnant in their evolution. You see, when I say that I support people, I support all different peoples. I've supported so-called white people, so-called black people, so-called Hispanic people, so-called Asian people. I've supported damn near every single cultural background on this platform. And it's not a coincidence that I have over 50 countries and still counting that follow me faithfully. I've shown nothing but love to all of the black couples that come onto my platform. And speaking of that, shout outs to Solomon and Sophia in Canada. I've always been supportive. That has not changed, nor will it change. And everything that I'm laying out here today, this will be the last time I say it because it needed to be said. You created lies about me, so I'm going to correct them because they're nothing but lies. They have no weight to them. You can't prove shit you said. Not a damn thing. And anybody that supports your lies is because they felt like that in the first place. That's why I said what I said. I already know there was a couple of dudes that came in and out of my chat room and in and out of my IG and talking shit. I know who you are. That's why I don't say shit to y'all. When I see y'all, when I was coming into that chat room, I never said shit to y'all. And sometimes I would say something just to be nice, just to be cordial, just to be amicable. Because at the end of the day, even if I don't like you, you still are a spiritual being. You still have a child. You still a child of the Most High. You still in this truth. You still are a brother and sister. And I have to respect you because that's how the Most High has put it in my heart and taught me what the right thing is to do. Because even if I feel a certain way, you got to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And all of this shit about that I talk shit about black people and I'm pimping black people to try to come up, and that I say the Most High's name, Yahweh Elohim, to try to gain some clout. Man, if I was really doing that, do you think that I would have this platform? The Most High would have struck me down a long time ago, bro. What are you talking about? Once again, I ask you, what are you talking about? Get out your feelings. Nobody's taking shit personal. But I do speak truth. And when I talk about Hebrews were on all four corners of the planet, that's not coming from me. That comes from the Most High. I'm just reiterating what the Most High's already laid out. And when my family and my father, who some of you seen his picture, when people see my father back in the Bronx, back in the days, they didn't say, oh, that's a Hispanic man. They're like, nah, that's a nigga. That's a Puerto Rican nigga. That's a freaking black dude that speaks Spanish. But you see, I understand these things. And many of you know that I don't even like using that word. I've used it a couple of times to make I don't even like the word because I feel like, my great grandmother, whose spirit is very strong in me, as far as in my DNA, I don't want to disrespect her or any of my ancestors or any black brothers and sisters that had to endure the atrocities of slavery and of discontentment and of resentment. Why would I want to give life to that low, foul word that was created by accident because European Caucasians couldn't say the word properly from the people from the Nagla Valley? But yet, I'm not worth your socks. And you want to use other men, other grown-ass men as a scapegoat to how you feel. I would have respected it more if you would have been like, bro, this is how I feel. Why throw anybody else in the mix? Why not just keep it to yourself? You're not protecting nobody, bro, because there's nobody under attack. There's nobody under attack. And I got the receipts. Once again, I got the receipts to prove it. Do you got receipts that I use your name in IG? Because if you do, show them. Because I'm telling you right now, people, I never use that man's name as receipts to try to create a chat room. My chat room is called Network of Awareness Ones. Was you tagged into those chat rooms? Absolutely. You were tagged into them. Did I tag the episode where I interviewed you? If I was such a bitch ass motherfucker, why did you come onto my show? Why did you tell people that Aura's a good dude? Well, I guess Aura's not a good dude anymore, right? But you see, I take what you think about me with a grain of fucking salt, bro. And I still have love for you. Let me make that very clear. I do not hate you. And I don't want to be like you. That's for damn sure. But I do appreciate what you was able to do for me at the time that I was going through some challenges, and the words that the Most High was putting into your spirit to speak was having a profound effect on me at a time where I wasn't feeling too good about life because of all the tragedy I was experiencing with my situation with my child and my trifling ass baby mama. And then, of course, the death of my nephew. And I will always appreciate you for that. That's not going to ever change, bro. I think you are a very wise man, but I think that you're also very ignorant. And I think that you're very set in your ways. And I think that you have a lot of resentment and hostility that stems from your past. I've never been your enemy. I've always talked well of you. I've tried to bring people to your platform. When I interviewed you, it wasn't so that I could be like, oh, I'm interviewing him and I hope more people come to my platform. I already had people from around the world following me. I interviewed you because I thought you was going to bring great substance to my show for people to listen to as a man that I truly respect at that time. And that's the only reason why I did it. And the Most High knows that, people. See, that's why I'm not worried about what people think. Because at the end of the day, the Most High sees all. The Most High knows what our intentions are. But for over a year period, like he said from the horse's mouth, he's been peeping me and saying all these things and getting all amped up. And he was like, oh, I know you're going to be salivating at the lips to talk about me and say my name. I'm not going to say your name, bro. Why? Why should I? I've said your name enough when it comes to righteous intentions and when it comes to the support and the love that I showed you. I said your name a bunch of times. I just said your name last week, talking about how you brought some great substance when it came to the understanding of Deuteronomy 28 and how I, growing up as a kid and seeing my fucking, family members and my brothers and sisters and friends get whooped along with me when I was 16 by the cops, and seeing my family members get arrested when I was a little kid in the 80s. And I didn't understand it. I said, damn, what's this racism thing, man? Like, why are people being hated on for the color of their skin? People that I believe, like as a kid, looking at them as beautiful people, strong people. It didn't make sense to me, but you made it make sense because the Most High brought you to me to make it make sense. And I love you for that. I really do. There's no animosity here. It's just disappointing that you had to stoop down to a very, very, very low level to say that you are protecting another grown-ass man that nobody was attacking on that platform, on my platform, along with my wife. But you see, my wife was in the spirit when she was talking. And whatever she was saying, it must have triggered a nerve. It must have triggered something. Something that you've been holding on to for a while. And then you posted something at 2 a.m, which means you didn't go to sleep. Something was weighing on your spirit. And then you posted again, talking about snakes. There ain't no snakes over here. Then you said that I could possibly be an agent. This is what you do, but this is a pattern with you. Now, I'm not saying that everybody that's come to your platform that's try to disrupt things is not valid. I don't know. I don't know who those people are, but I know that I've been listening to your show for a long time. Not anymore. That's done and over with. But I was listening to your show for a long time. And I never came into the chat room because I wasn't ready to come into the chat room because I was dealing with stuff. I was absorbing the words. I was absorbing the scriptural breakdowns. I was absorbing the rhetoric when it comes to things that are going on in the United Serpents of America. That's what I was doing. I watched the quality information on your movies. And I really appreciated what Black Child did for you. Because he definitely put you on the map. And I embraced all of it. I never throw no shade on that. If anything, I spoke well of it. And I tried to share it with other people on my platform. And I got the receipts. See, I got the receipts. You can't come with these lies and just create bullshit stories about me and act like I'm going to be like, oh, I'm sorry. And did I speak out of turn? And what did I do wrong? I ain't get with my wife because she's black. My wife ain't the first black woman that I've been with. And on top of that, you said some shit about that I'm messing with some chicks in St. Petersburg. What, you following me now? Like, what are we doing here? Ain't nobody's, listen, man, I stayed celibate for fucking 4 years, bro. What are you talking about? I could have got plenty of fucking ass. I could have got plenty of chicks, but I didn't want that in my life. I wanted something meaningful. I wanted something that the Most High was going to put his hands on and say, hey, this is where you need to be. And that's what I chose. And that's what I currently have. I don't love my wife because she's black. I love my wife because she knows who the Most High is. She's uninoculated. And she ain't about the bullshit. And we are funny. If any of you ever heard my show, if you was to see how me and how my wife and I like operate when we're together, and when we joke around a lot, we be saying some off the wall shit. And on that show, shout outs to Tina and Dutch, to the realist and the visionary, and salute to Yah Holy Matrimony, like I've always said. And I've always shown my brothers and sisters from the BX love. Never been no fucking like all this fucking narrative bullshit that you're creating. Ain't never been like that. Where are the receipts, homie? Where they at? Show me. Because if I'm out of order, I'll be the first to apologize to you. If I disrespected, I'll be the first to apologize to you. But when I'm on my platform and I'm speaking truth and it's rubbing you the wrong way when we're talking about people being in this truth and how we have to not get caught up in our egos and how certain people in this truth ain't really about it, that there's a 1/3 within the 1/3. I've spoke about this plenty of times and my wife reiterated on it. We was talking about debunking the bullshit because there's a lot of people that used to follow me. And once I started saying Yahweh Elohim more, a lot of people stopped following me. Did I get discouraged? No, because I know who the Most High is. It was revealed to me at 14 years old by a Jamaican man, because that was the time the Most High needed to reveal it to me. You see, people, I'm not going to be on this platform trying to tell you like, oh, I'm a real one and I'm real righteous. Let my actions speak for who I am. And you can determine on what I am to you. And if you think I'm some bitch ass motherfucker, then so be it. That's how you feel. If you think I'm a righteous dude, if you think that I have light in me and I'm a good person, like you said several times throughout the past year, there's receipts on that, you saying that. But now all of a sudden I'm a piece of shit because I speak passionately, just like you. But when I speak passionately, I'm speaking angry now. When I speak with a lot of conviction in what I believe to be true and what's been revealed to me, I'm angry now. I hate black people now. Where's the receipts? The sad part is that you're not being responsible in the way you present shit today, because a lot of people gravitated to your shit. A lot of people gravitated to your shit that you were saying about me. Or should I say, I shouldn't say a lot, but it's like, I was like, what are these people under a spell? It's like I've dealt with some of these people in person. I've dealt with some of the people, remotely, showing nothing but love and helping people progress on their journey and helping them to complete their projects and their businesses and their tasks. And then y'all gonna throw shade on me? Y'all gonna call me a pretty motherfucker? Like, that's what I found funny too. Because when you gotta pay attention to how people talk, people. When they start saying shit like that, oh, you pretty motherfucker. It's like, that's some low level shit. That's real ignorant. That's not how men and women operate, especially grown men and women. That's not how a man in their 50s is supposed to operate. My older brothers don't operate like that, man. But yet, you did. For whatever reason. And like I said before, brothers, this show doesn't make me feel good. This show is very disheartening to me. It doesn't make me sad, because I'm not sad. I'm not a little bitch. But it's disappointing. It's like, damn, it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. Like Robert Riopel. Shout outs to Robert Riopel. Robert Riopel said, you know what the other half is? Everything happens for a reason, and that reason's there to serve you. I'm not doing this show to throw shade on you, brother, because you do have wisdom. You do have goodness in you. See, when I talk on my platform, I'm in my own fucking lane, bro. I don't claim to be Judah. I don't claim, and let me tell you something, people. For those that, want to talk shit about me saying I'm Hebrew, whether you like it or not, I really don't give two fucks. If you don't think, I know who I am. I don't need a man to define who I am. Just because a man says I'm this and that doesn't mean it's true. And all that shit about, if you were saying this about Puerto Rican people, they would all gang up and, they say, no, they wouldn't. How do you know? I've been around Puerto Rican people all my life. There ain't no fucking unity. It's no different than how grimy black brothers and sisters and white brothers and sisters act with each other. It's all a game because Satan's always trying to divide and conquer. And unfortunately, he's succeeding here. Because for you to call me an agent after all of the love and support, after all of the years that I've paid for annual subscriptions, you're going to say I'm an agent. It's like, come on, man. Where's this all coming from? If you felt that much animosity or resentment or felt like I was this and that, why didn't you just tell me? You said you was going to say something 6 months ago. First of all, when I started the Network of Awarians chat room and IG was long before that, 6 months ago. And then I changed it to Network of Awareness once. So what are we talking about here? I got to call bullshit when I see it. There's no reason from that show that I did, there was no reason to say all that. But the reason why you said that, see, because I study psychology. You pinpoint, you've been demonizing and belittling a lot of things that I've been trying to do for myself and for my brothers that are rocking with me. And one of the things you said right after I told people that I was coming out with the Roku channel with Brother Oxycod and Take One, you was like, oh, brothers, you got to be careful. You can't trust people because they're going to do you dirty. That's you. It ain't my fault you don't got no fucking friends. You know what I'm saying? That's not my problem. There's people that love and trust me, and there's people that I love and trust. Shout outs to my boy Lincoln and the BX. Shout outs to Choom. Shout outs to Billy Izzy. Shout outs to Brother Oxycod. Shout outs to Brother Take One. All right? Shout outs to the brothers and the sisters that believe in my spirit and believe in my righteous deeds to be true. Because the spirit don't lie, man. It just don't. And you see all that shit about, oh, watch what's going to happen. Brothers are going to go down. Let's see if I go down. Let's see. Let's see if what the fuck I'm doing goes to ruin. Let's see. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the Most High has had my back since before fucking birth. What the fuck are you talking about right now? But you've been feeling like this for quite some time. And it was brought to my attention over a year ago. You made in front of one of my first introductions back in, when I used to have my introduction on my show, I was like, welcome to the network of awareness. And it was like, then. You made in front of that shit on your show. Why? Yeah, it was kind of whack. You know what I'm saying? When I first started out, my first introduction was kind of whack. It was a little over the top. I wouldn't say it's whack because some people like that shit, but it was a little over the top. And I didn't have the best equipment because all my equipment got fried. But why didn't you, being such a spiritual Judah man that you are, that you claim to be all the time, why didn't you say, hey, brother, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you tweak this, tweak that? With all your vast amount of experience, why don't you reach out to a brother and say, hey, why don't you do this, do that? No, instead you belittled it and made in front of it. Why? There was no need for that, but I peeped it. But I still gave you the benefit of the doubt. I was like, it is what it is, whatever. I'm not going to hold it against you because it was kind of whack. But why didn't you reach out, being a righteous man that you are, an upright family man that you are? Why didn't you reach out to me and say, hey, tweak this, fix that? But no, you always, for the past year, been criticizing. Oh, I didn't know Aura had it in him. Ha, 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 ha. Fuck does that shit, man. A hater. Haters talk like that, bro. That's not righteous. There's only a few of us left in this truth, bro. There's only a few of us that really want to have a relationship with the Most High. There's only a few of us that want to do everything we possibly can do while we're still here so that we can have favor in the next dimensional realm, wherever that may be, where the Most High places us. So why not support each other? Because I know I've been. And I'm going to continue to support my brothers and sisters. Ain't a damn thing going to change here, bro. And whoever drops off from my platform, you was never meant to be here in the first place. Never. You know what I'm saying? Never. You was never meant to be here. You was here for a season. You wasn't real. And I've seen y'all people that was what I call the dick riders. I seen y'all coming in and out of my chat room. I already know who y'all are. Y'all don't have an independent fucking thought in your whole entire body because you venerate man. Whatever man tells you, you rock with it. You see, I'm a critical thinker, like a lot of my brothers and sisters in this truth that rock with me. We critical thinkers. We dissect shit. We know when shit is off. We're not going to just rock with you because we have so much respect for you that we're just going to go along with whatever you say. It's not how we roll. That's not how I roll, man. I have my own fucking mind. And I've always been respectable. I got the receipts. And I always was in a position when I heard you talking about the way you talk about Puerto Rican people, like Puerto Rican people ain't shit. It's like, did something happen? Did you go out with a Puerto Rican woman in the past that shitted on you or cheated on you? Did a Puerto Rican stripper fucking, stole money from you or something? Like, what's going on here? Like, what is your thing with Puerto Rican people? Like, stop talking about a culture that you don't know nothing about. It don't make no fucking sense. None whatsoever. I grew up in the fucking Bronx. My family, okay? I got family that's dark as fucking crystal melanin that I love dearly in Puerto Rico. You want to call them Negroes. And I keep telling y'all people, that's a Spanish word. That word wasn't in existence in the days of antiquity. Because the melanated people of this planet are the original people that we all come from. So what are we talking about here? It's like, come on, man. You can't create lies about me. Your last name is Cortez. Cortez is a Spanish last name. It comes from the crest from Spain, the Cortezes. What are we talking about here? But if you a Judah man and that's what you say, then I respect that, bro. But don't throw shade on me because of my ethnic background and then try to say that I'm trying to be white and that I'm pimping Judah women. Come on, bro. What are we talking about right now? Because if I was doing all these things, the Most High would have fucked me up a long time ago, man. I almost died 7 times. Literally. I almost died 7 times. Got set up to get killed. Got jumped twice in the Bronx. Almost got killed. But the Most High was always with me, man. So when they try to kill me when I was 15 years old, when I was literally set up to get killed by Hebrew men, it didn't work out. It didn't work out for them. And the dude that set it all up, that motherfucker's hanging from a rope. Done. He's been done since he was 18 years old. He's gone. He ain't here no more. But I am. So what are we talking about right now? Something that was said Friday night rubbed you the wrong way. And if you would have never said nothing about what I was talking about with my wife, would Brother Cal have said something? Because the last time I remember, Brother Cal liked the post from that episode that night. Did he hear the episode? I don't know. I've always been respectable to Brother Cal. I even brought him on the show. And I brought him on the show not to pimp a Judah man. Fucking laugh even saying that shit. But I didn't bring him onto the show to pimp him. I brought him on the show so more people from around the world can know the messages of truth that he was bringing through his understanding of the word. And the show was called Yahweh or Satan, Choose a Side. A lot of righteous haters try to balance both sides, but they lack works in the spirit, so their spirit stays penalized. That's not me. Those are my verses, but that's from the Most High, bro. That's from the Most High. There's a lot of things that I talk about that comes from the Most High. I'm a messenger too. This is not a competition on who could be a better messenger. Ain't nobody feeling themselves. I'm very well aware of my ego, and I let my ego go in private. And when I speak passionately, you want to take it as I'm speaking angry. Why are you getting so upset about what the fuck I'm saying? And if that's the case, if you're going to create these narratives and these lies, have something to support it. But you said, oh, I've been watching you. I've been following you. And you said this when Tina and Dutch were interviewing you. Oh, you never thought you was going to be a woman from the South. That's your interpretation. That is your narrow-minded perception. Because all I was saying is that growing up in the Bronx, I always thought I was going to be up north and be with a Bronx woman. But I didn't have to elaborate that to freaking Tina and Dutch. For what? I just made a comment. My wife understood what I was talking about, and that's all that fucking mattered. Plain and simple. It ain't fucking rocket science. And when I told my wife, you trying to steal my shit, we both do that to each other all the time. My wife be saying misconstrued. If I say misconstrued, she's like, why are you trying to take my shit? That's how we operate. We joke around all the time because that's what I wanted in my life. I asked the Most High for that. And if y'all heard what I said, I wanted a relationship where I could joke around with a woman that has thick skin and is not always so fucking prissy and taking everything to heart, because I was with a woman like that. And it was fucking draining and stressful. It was like walking on fucking eggshells. I couldn't crack no jokes. I couldn't be happy-go-lucky or nothing. I know what that feels like. So what are we talking about? And brothers and sisters, man, and people that listen to my show, if you listen to this man's platform, go ahead, man. I'm not trying to create any division here by what I'm speaking. I'm just trying to clear the air about fucking lies that were spoken about me today. Plain out fucking lies. Because you see, there's two sides to a story, and then there's the truth. And I didn't really have a side to my story because me in particular, I got so much shit going well for me that I got to look forward to in life that I don't got to worry about what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I didn't join Roku and eventually Fire Stick and Apple TV because you're doing it. I did it because I wanted to do it. I didn't start podcasting because you did it. I was doing radio before you did Block Talk, bro. What are we talking about right now, man? Shout outs to the Rockland Report. I was executive producer of a real radio show on the AM. I'm not trying to fucking gain clout. Shit. The only reason I'm even on social media, and those that are close to me know this because I stayed away. I don't need attention. I'm the type of person that I want the least amount of attention when I go outside. I want to try to wear the least amount of flashy clothes. I don't wear no fucking jewelry. I've never been into jewelry. I've never been that type of dude that wears gold. I've always been just like, I don't want to be always noticed because I get noticed a lot because the light within me is bright. Very. And those that can see with their spiritual eyes know this. I don't have to convince people that I'm righteous. I put out righteous intentions. I do the right things when it's the right, because it's the right thing to do. And that's it. Have I fucked up in my past? Have I done grimy shit like sell drugs and run the streets and all that shit? Absolutely. When I was younger. But guess what? The Most High had my back. Hebrew men and women were always looking out for me. All the time. So how the fuck can I hate black people? How the fuck can I hate Judah? Please explain this, because you got a lot of shit you said this morning that made no fucking sense. You just was in your emotions. You felt a certain way. And this is not the first time you've done this. You've talked about Puerto Ricans like they pieces of shit. And guess what? You said Judah needs to teach Judah. No, that's your opinion. I'm not trying to teach Judah. I'm trying to educate righteous people that the Most High is real and that the light that the Most High has put in them, because we are extensions, we are the expression of the Most High. We are created in his image. I'm just reminding people of that. That's all I'm doing, brother. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not trying to go into anybody's fucking lane. It's really that simple. I'm not trying to convince people that I need to be liked because I'm doing this and this and that for so-called black people or whatever. It's like, come on, man. Where's this coming from? But you felt a certain type of way from that show. That show triggered a nerve that's been resonating within you for quite some time. And I'm not the only person who feels like that, because people have been schooling me about how you've been throwing subliminals about shit that I was doing for quite some time. And it's like, why? If I'm like even on the show, when I had you on my show, I told you I appreciate and love you, brother. And it was the most sincere thing that I said on that show to you. It was coming straight from the spirit. But for some reason, you don't like the way I talk. And that's perfectly fine. That's your prerogative. It's your prerogative. Like that's fine, man. You don't like the way I look? I'm a pretty motherfucker. I'm a bitch. I'm pussy. I ain't about the streets. Brother, I had my own stamp at 15 years old on 110th Street between Lexington and Park. At 15 years old. What are you talking about? And not to speak of that past life like I'm some fucking gangster or whatever. But I know who I am. And the Most High's got his hands on me, whether you want to believe it or not. Because the fact of the matter is this. If I was doing something in error to hurt Judah or to hurt Hebrew people or to hurt anybody of righteous nature, this show wouldn't exist. I wouldn't have my wife. I wouldn't have brothers and sisters in this chat room. I wouldn't have my friends that love me dearly, my brothers that have been that stuck by me for the past 25 years in my life, present day, always praying for me, always hoping the best for me. I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't have brothers like Billy that I've known for 10 years, you know, having my back the way they do. It just wouldn't exist. And everybody that I've brought onto this platform, I did it because it was the right thing to do. It's not like, and let's just make this very clear. You know, some of the people, and I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to throw people's name like you did, where you threw Brother Cal's name. And Brother Cal, there's nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? And probably after this, now that this is all, probably we're never going to talk again, and that's fine. It's all good, brother. I wish you and your family the best. Continue doing your thing. I hope that your app blows the fuck up. I really do. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing what I have to do. There's a lot of shit that I be seeing in this true community that I don't like. And we can agree to disagree. You know, I have my own fucking mind. I don't venerate man. Never have, never will. I grew up in a household with a very narcissistic man. So I can peep out narcissism very well because I grew up with it. I had a stepfather that was a fucking asshole, always trying to criticize and belittle. And it fucked with me from time to time, but it was a battle of wits to get my mother's attention. This is the type of shit I dealt with. So I know narcissism when I see it. And I see narcissistic tendencies. Very much so. Nobody's trying to change the way people think about things. What does that mean? I'm trying to change the way people see things. What, the way you see things? Is that what you want? Is like that what you're trying to say? That I'm trying to get people to change the way you perceive things to be true? That you want everybody else to gravitate to? You say that you're nothing more than the gum on your shoe or whatever. Well, then you're not acting like that. I didn't hear no humility in your fucking 45-minute rhetoric about me at all. And not once did I sense a level of humility or spirituality. It was just a lot of shots being thrown out of anger and resentment. That's what I heard. I ain't hear nothing fucking spiritual. I would never, ever throw shade on your family. Ever. I would never come into your family's chat room talking shit. Nor have I ever. I've been extremely respectful because why wouldn't I be? Why would I have to be disrespectful if we're all brothers and sisters in this truth and we're all gaining knowledge and information from each other? Why the fuck would I do that shit? Where are the fucking receipts? Where they at? I'm waiting. I'll wait. Show me that I used your name to start a chat room. That's a fucking lie. That shit is bogus. To the seventh fucking power. That shit is a fucking lie. And whoever wants to believe that, go right on ahead, man. Because then you are under a spell if you believe that bullshit. You just, I don't know what it is. I'm not going to even try to speculate, but whatever it is you got against fucking Puerto Rican people, let it go. Let it go. Because that shit is a social construct. That's not who the fuck I am. You want to hang on to the social constructs that man and Satan has derived and placed into the hearts and the minds of our brothers and sisters to keep us divided? Then so be it. Because then you're not operating any different than a fucking white supremacist or Ku Klux Klan member that think that they're better than everybody and have a certain interpretation of people's ethnicities based on the color of their skin. You acting no fucking different. Be different. Be better than that. You are better than that. Let the Holy Spirit continue to guide you and be upright. Nobody disrespected anybody. We was speaking truth. And my wife was speaking truth. And she said it passionately. Nobody was fucking angry. Anytime I talk on my platform, I'm very passionate about what I speak about. I'm very passionate about speaking about the Most High and everything that the Most High has done for me. I can't do that. I can't do that because I'm a Gentile. Fuck out of here, man. Shit is ridiculous, man. People need to wake the fuck up, man. We're in a time right now where there doesn't, this type of shit, it's a waste. It's a waste because all it does is it creates more division. But I guess it has to be like that. I guess the Most High is making it like that. Because things are going to be revealed. A lot of bullshit is rising to the surface, people. Especially this year. A lot of bullshit. And when I talk about these things, the people that come to my platform, you chose. They chose to come to the platform. Just like the people in this chat room. They chose to come to this. I didn't beg them. I didn't ask them. I appreciate that they're here. And however I can help them, I do. I've helped a lot of people. I never asked for money because a lot of times there's certain things that, yes, you got to be compensated for. If I'm going to be fucking editing your 30 to 45 minute show and I got to put a hell of a lot of work and time and effort, yeah, I better be compensated. And then I'm offering people discounts and they're talking shit about me? Really? That shit makes no fucking sense, bro. And you said, say my name, give me glory, give me glory. That sounds like a fucking egomaniac. You sound like an egomaniac. You sound like a fucking narcissist, bro. With all due respect, you sound like a narcissist. I'm just saying. It was all unnecessary. All of that energy, you could have brought it to my attention directly if you really felt that passionate about it. But no, you wanted to air it out for everybody to hear. For what? You could have spent that time creating a narrative of lies about me and spent that time talking about something meaningful, thought-provoking, something that's going to raise your people that you love to teach and raise their spirits up. But no, you spent damn near the whole entire show throwing shade on me. Throwing nothing but fucking shade. Throwing nothing but inconsistent, inaccurate information that has no weight to it. None whatsoever. All straight lies. All of it. Just like you have opinions, just like you have perceptions about this walk called life that you are walking, so do I. And I have every fucking right to do so. And that's why I have my own platform. You always talking about your brothers and sisters, you got to get your own shit. Don't rely on YouTube and all that. Well, that's what I'm doing. And then you trying to fuck my shit up, or at least you think you are. I don't know what you thought you was doing. And then you want to talk about that I'm messing with chicks in St. Petersburg, Florida? Really? Let me tell you something. There's a couple of women that I could have did things with, and I chose not to because they wasn't the woman that I was supposed to do those things with. The woman I was supposed to do those things with is the woman that I am with in a relationship, in a marriage. And yes, we did cleave. We cleaved long before we actually physically cleaved. We was cleaving. So I'm saying this, brothers and sisters, that do not venerate men. Don't just go off the handle and believe whatever people tell you, because people are not perfect. None of us are. And when I said, and I'm going to stick by it again, I'm going to say it again. But you know what? We are going to take an intermission because I do got fire fucking music and fire beats. I'm going to say it again. We don't know what the Most High is thinking. We don't know the Most High's ways. We don't know what the Most High is going to do. I'll say it again. We don't know what the Most High is thinking. What you getting so upset about that? What you getting so upset about? You say the same shit. Those same exact words come out of your mouth on a regular. Our ways are not the Most High's way. Do you not say that? But when I say it in my way, there's a problem. You said I was a good dude. Now I'm not even worth the sweat on your fucking socks. Interesting. You said that my lyrics were dope, especially on the power of music, but now I'm pimping my young brother. Take. Really? Let's take a brief intermission, people. I'm going to come back and we'll continue this show, episode 52, season 4, Venerators of Man, which I hope that none of you are, because I know damn sure I don't venerate man. I venerate the Most High, and I give all my praise to Father Yahweh Elohim. When the light has faded and darkness is abroad, the light is only dim because the darkness teaches us lessons that need to be learned in order for one to move forward. Embrace the darkness, for the darkness is your friend. So there is no end. It's only an illusion to what has been. Follow the light and let the spirit embark on a flight to a destination unknown, but to a place where love is the building blocks that call this place home. We are always accompanied on this journey, but still feel alone. It is never the same journey or experience that is ever shown. It is your imagination that awakens the passion that will weather the storm, because it is the pure compassion in the soul that is vigorous and strong. We're one with eternity, so let's be connected to the positive stream that allows us to fulfill our infinite destiny, most definitely. Let's strive to be the best people we can be with a power that is humanly new to see. So mistaken dismay can lead us astray. So let us stay, for it is our free will that allows us to make a choice. So I choose Yahweh with no delay.
I'd have made mistakes on purpose to divide the word from the worthless. Reveal the facts to be certain. No pain, no gain in the verses. My faith been alive before churches, cause Yah is person on person. So I'm worried about complicated versions, cause the call to divine divergence. I'm still hurting, soul searching, networking and murking. Anytime think I drop my curtain, with a spirit that city suburban. I'm seriously merging and physically working on my purpose to lyrically service the mental malnourishing till I perish.
Yahweh's gonna save the awakened, then take him to an ageless haven. Patient, I can't stray away, gotta keep obliterating the pavement. Still remember that day on the phone, Mark, he said, yo, don't you take your foot off the gas. Always something to give Yah praises.
We're the dark oasis, countless cases, a peak of faithless. I'ma need the patience, defeat them chases. We seek his graces for true salvation. We keep on praising, we go on blazing these revelations. Cease to hate, no altercations. Good vibrations, we back to basics to build foundations. Y'all defeated Satan. I'd have made mistakes on purpose to divide the word from the worthless. Reveal the facts to be certain. No pain, no gain in the verses. My faith been alive before churches, cause Yah is person on person. So I'm worried about complicated versions, cause the call to divine divergence. I'm still hurting, soul searching, networking and murking. Anytime think I drop my curtain, with a spirit that city suburban. I'm seriously merging and physically working on my purpose to lyrically service the mental malnourishing till I perish. People pursuing acts of violence, third persistent act of defiance, freely forming a righteous alliance, truly against the science appliance. On a mission with wisdom and guidance, steady defeating the ignorant science, sealy convicted and non-compliant. Spiritual wars that move in
Let's
silence.
talk about what matters. Drop the vanity. Folks out here losing their sanity. Kids popping off, lost in fantasies. People grieving over loss of family. The evil that be with the power, turning the people with credence to cowards, seeking to seize believers with vows. Man, even Stevie can see that it's foul.
I'd have made mistakes on purpose to divide the word from the worthless. Reveal the facts to be certain. No pain, no gain in the verses. My faith been alive before churches, cause Yah is person on person. So I'm worried about complicated versions, cause the call to divine divergence. I'm still hurting, soul searching, networking and murking. Anytime think I drop my curtain, with a spirit that city suburban. I'm seriously merging and physically working on my purpose to lyrically service the mental malnourishing till I perish.
Depression gone with every song. Music led by another echelon.
To get you strong, keep pressing on, long after we dead and gone.
From dusk till dawn, we're righteously armed with spiritual lessons from Yah.
We where we belong, we keeping on. The righteous one third of Zion.
Records embellished with heavily eloquence.
Elohim's presence presently evident.
Intricate elements, infinite intelligence.
Spiritual specimens lyrically resonant.
Gift was inheritance, smaller percentages.
Carefully measured and meant to be shared.
With the message projected, cemented, embedded.
The sensible question is, what will you give from it? I made mistakes on purpose to divide the word from the worthless. Reveal the facts to be certain. No pain, no gain in the verses. My faith been alive before churches, cause Yah is person on person. So I'm worried about complicated versions, cause the call to divine divergence. I'm still hurting, soul searching, networking and murking. Anytime think I drop my curtain, with a spirit that city suburban. I'm seriously merging and physically working on my purpose to lyrically service the mental malnourishing till I perish.
Now you're listening to the one and only Oxaca.
Hey yo, drop it.
Yeah. Make sure every day you do your own research, you seek out the truth, you stand in your truth no matter what. Yeah. Shalom. Let's get it. Yeah. Use your own mind, be your own man. Use your third eye, gotta take a stand. Always walk by faith, fuck man what they say. Just always be you. Keep on seeking. I had no choice, I had to make it. All them chances I kept taking on myself. All within, higher self, I channel him. Yahweh guiding me, how can I lose these niggas fools? Taking COVID jabs, I see right past the hokey doke. This shit the joke, just keep your third eye woke. Cause they will try to sleep you, but my vibration rising higher. Gone, I'm gliding, wings are spreading. Now I'm flying, government spying. They trying to kill you off, one by one. Agenda 21, 22, they keep hiding the truth. Open up your eyes, stand in your truth. Open up your eyes, keep on me and you. Open up your eyes, stand in your truth. Open up your eyes, just keep on me and you. Use your own mind, be your own man. Use your third eye, gotta take a stand. Always walk by faith, fuck man what they say. Just always be you. Keep on seeking, truly growing, awaken, vibration raising. I'm flowing toxic energy, I'm shedding, seeing everything with my third eye. You can't relate if you sleep, you a sheep. You can't see what's going on in front of you. You hypnotized by the TV. This shit getting crazy, pushing agendas. The truth is constantly hitting you, forbidden from waking up anybody. When you do, they silence it. Only way to get ahead is sell your soul. Once you jump down the rabbit hole, can't turn back. Open up your eyes, stand in your truth. Open up your eyes, keep on me and you. Open up your eyes, stand in your truth. Open up your eyes, just keep on me and you. Use your own mind, be your own man. Use your third eye, gotta take a stand. Always walk by faith, fuck man what they say. Just always be you, keep on seeking truth. Use your own mind, be your own man. Use your third eye, gotta take a stand. Always walk by faith, fuck man what they say. Just always be you, keep on seeking truth.
Sticking to the man, revolutionary, getting litty with the fan. Yeah, I be on my grizzy, getting busy for the plan. Ask me why I did it, yo, I did it cause I can't. Nothing gonna stop me, finna hit them till they can't take it anymore, they gon' give us all the man. Youth gon' rise up, sticking to the man. I'ma rage till I die, cause this is who I am. Get up out my way, I'm coming through with the squad. I could never lose cause I'm moving with God. Fight the power, Mr. Man, wanna ruin us all. But there's too many of us and we all true to the cause. Che Guevara in my starter, rage against the machine. Fight the power, take tomorrow back and wipe the slate clean. We ain't gon' cower to these cowards, we gon' stand for what's right. Get hype in this mug while we spreading the light. Where my soldiers at? Get it going, we gon' show them we ain't cheap. Yo, it's over, overthrow they ass. Let them know you mad, bring it to them right where they stay. Don't trip, take the chip, love wins at the end of the day. Stick it to the man, stick it to the man. Revolutionary, getting litty with the fan. Yeah, I be on my grizzy, getting busy for the plan. Ask me why I did it, yo, I did it cause I can't. Nothing gonna stop me, finna hit them till they can't take it anymore, they gon' give us all the man. Youth gon' rise up, stick it to the man. I'ma rage till I die, cause this is who I am. Fat cats eating while the rest of us starve. We can't have that, fed up, get ready for war. Can't have fast revolution doing the most. We won't go quiet, don't listen to us, you told. We done playing with you, it ain't a game, yo, we making history. Read baby, fuck the fame, I wanna change the system. Break your prison, got the key for the lock. Won't stop till we free and my people on top. On God, homie, is you really with us or what? You bout, make a decision, get busy living, show out for the real things. You are what you do, who are you? I'm definitely and I kangaroo. Stick it to the man, stick it to the man. Youth gon' rise up, stick it to the man. Youth gon' rise up, stick it to the man. Youth gon' rise up, stick it to the man. Run up in the Senate, niggas, ice. Think you getting over on us, but you not. The system has been rigged, the government's been bought. The house don't represent us, it represents the ops. Stand was standing by, take the man right out. God damn it, we ain't having what you handing out. We want clean air, clean food, water, a future for our kids. kids, bitch, this a new order. Tear down the wall, love is for all. Death to the man in the system we call. Freedom ain't free if you can't breathe. Real people stay woke, we ain't gon' sleep. Get it crackin', packin' activism. A full clip, show them crackers we ain't having all that bullshit. The aristocracy is gonna share starting now. Stick it to the man, pull the trigger. Wow, stick it to the man. Stick it to the man. Stick it to the man. Stick it to the man.
Stick it to the motherfucking man.
Yeah, Oxakai, or take one. It was only a mad time for this to happen. We about to hit you some bars to resonate with your soul. Bar Smiths, let's go. Let me talk my shit. American dream was nothing more but a mirage to keep you enslaved, controlled by the synagogues. They gave us a white man with blue eyes, called him God. Malcolm X started to learn before he sabotaged the truth that Muhammad Elijah was a fraud. The whole Islam nation, nothing but a facade. You industry niggas is nothing but some cheap rods. Riding them balls of Satan, giving his dick a massage. America's Babylon, hidden in camouflage. Brotherhood recruitment and Masonic lodge. Triple scoops of the cold truth, that's how them dies. Taking shots that even heal can't dodge. Landing the eagle, robbing you for your morals, promoting care and evil. Heavily surveillance that every camera can see. GMO processing everything that they feed you. Wicked ways to the world is here to mislead you.
Thank God I'm alive. This world's so empty, I need you with me everywhere I go. I'm fighting day by day and night. Hope you can spare my soul.
There is no world trade, now the world trades in pain. Is this an accident? Is one single and strange? We trapped in it. Perhaps a tragic tactic to form that makes this the sanction. Internet interactions, follow your bad habits. No matter how much you making, they always got their eye on it. It's evident the government don't want a peasant resident become activist artists who owns business or residence. Cause sooner or later, we're residing right next to them, controlling your next of kin, teaching them the world of sin. They only learn the worst of it, every kid equipped with barcodes and biochips. Slowly we accepted it, pretending it's benefiting. But now they wanna know what you be heading and what you're getting and selling. Cause in Armageddon, Big Brother is overprotected. So you always say yes to him, he wants to be respected. When our service has expired, he'll get tired and we all be irrelevant.
Thank God I'm alive. This world's so empty, I need you with me everywhere I go. I'm fighting day by day and night. Hope you can spare my soul.
Hey. On the surface he's grinding, but deep inside he's crying, trying to keep his eyes on the prize to keep the Messiah smiling. All stacked against him, he leans on Yah to not fall to violence. And when he call on Yah, Yah responds with such flawless timing. His environment's filled with zombies, it's not the brightest. Finding ways to escape this place, he gets lost with rhyming. Using his gift to uplift, but also constant reminder that somewhere someone needs his songs to give all praise to Yahweh.
Don't worry, just don't worry. Yahweh and Yahweh's gonna bring us home.
Hey, got the heart of a lion, armor all on his body. This shoot's the hardest thing ever, but still he costs the mileage. Deep in the trenches where wickedness prospers all the time. It's like the good gets punished just for doing what is smart and righteous. As the stars are aligning, Yahweh's calling his finest. All united, not divided. Tough road, but I think I'm alive.
Thank God I'm alive. This world's so empty, I need you with me everywhere I go. I'm fighting day by day and night. Hope you can spare my soul.
All right. We are back. So Appreciate the people that definitely came into the chat room, and I'm seeing a message from my sister here, and well, that's the thing, sister. It's like there's a level of something here that will eventually be exposed. There's a lot going on here. The thing is, I'm not identifying. I just want to make this very clear. I'm not identifying as Judah. I'm not identifying as a Gentile right now. I want to make that very clear. I'm not doing any of that. I've always said that I'm a spiritual being having a physical experience. I've always said that I'm Hebrew based on my history of my family. And that's the understanding that I've come to based on my research. Now, for whatever reason, if that's wrong, then the Most High is going to reveal that. But you've never heard me say that I want to be like Judah or that I represent as a Judah man. Never said that in my life. Never said that on this platform. And nor do I say that I'm a Gentile, because at the end of the day, and I've said this before, I'm more concerned, me in particular. See, I don't want to gravitate to how people identify themselves. I think that's the big problem here, is that there's too many titles when it comes to how we identify ourselves, and it keeps us separate from each other when it comes to the Most High. It's quite obvious, and I've said this before, that the people, the Hebrew people of the 12 tribes, including Judah, are the true people, the original peoples of the planet. And I also will reiterate this again. When the black tribes and the nations come back into power, this world is going to be a better place. And I'm looking forward to that. You see, this is what I was saying about people going to have their perceptions and opinions about things. But it doesn't mean that it's true, especially when they're talking about other people. You're not going to tell me what the fuck I'm doing or thinking. But if you feel in a certain way by what I said, you know, when it comes to people feeling a certain way and then you have to ask yourself, why? Why are you taking offense if I say that we don't know what the Most High is thinking? We can only begin to understand. Why is that disrespectful? Maybe you feel a certain way that I'm saying it because you look at me with a certain perception. I don't know, and I don't care. That's the whole thing. I don't care. I can't get caught up in that. I'm on this path just like any other man is on their journey, you know? And not everybody appears to be as they present themselves. That is a fact. There's stuff that I know when it comes to certain people that they're not truly being righteous like they say they are. Am I going to shout them out and put them on blast? Absolutely not, because that's something they got to deal with. I got my own shit to deal with. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes that are just doing stuff that's not righteous. And I'm not going to go into details, but they know. They're in the shadows doing what they do. And, you know, people have peeped it out. But I'm not talking about anybody to disrespect them. I'm just going to speak the truth, and I'm going to, you know, represent my platform in a manner that is respectable and that is putting out righteous intentions. And if I make an error, I will apologize. I have no problem with that. But the way I was spoken about today, it's like, it is what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. That's why I said, I'm not going to talk about this tomorrow. I'm not going to be like, oh, you see this and that and continue on and on. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it here. And I hope, but I know it's not going to happen, but I can hope and pray that the Most High puts it in this man's spirit to just let it go. You said what you had to say. Move on amicably. We can both do that. I know I am. I don't know. I can't speak for other people, but I know I am. And the crazy part is, pay attention, people. You got to pay attention. Pay attention to what my chat room looked like on Friday. Just pay close attention. And if you do enough examination spiritually, it's not about believing me to be right. But as a grown-ass man in his 40s, one thing I will not do is allow people to speak lies that have no weight to them. It's like, where are the receipts, brother? Just like I said, if I started a chat room with your name, where is that? Where? Because I could tell you on my platform, it's been about the network of awareness and the network of awareness ones. That's it. I don't have to use another man's name without his permission. Furthermore, man, I asked permission to put a freaking link because that's how I roll. And I've been nothing but respectable. That's it. And I'm going to be straight up with y'all. I don't like the way people have talked about a culture that they know nothing about. And neither would you. There's, you can't just belittle people and expect them to just be like, oh, okay. But I did respect it. I don't say shit. I have my own platform. I speak what I want to speak about. I present information in regards to society and culture, and I do include a little bit of spirituality. And I talk my shit just like everybody else. So what's the problem? Do I go on my platform and be like, oh, this bitch ass nigga don't, it's like, come on, man. I don't even talk like that. But it is what it is. I'm not here to convince people of anything. I'm going to say it again. I'm not on this platform to try to convince anybody of anything. I'm here to spread a message of truth and understanding and give some knowledge about this fucked up world we live in and to be aware. That's why it's called the network of awareness. And if you Google me and you check my SEO, I'm all over the place talking about just that. Now, if the brother felt that I disrespected, why he didn't say nothing to me? Why did he even like the post that was particularly about that episode where all of that stuff was being said? If I was being so disrespectful. And if you look back at the receipts and you look at the brother's chat room, I always have something to say that is in coincidence with what was presented. What the fuck are we talking about right now? Even if I feel that you're funny, I'm going to keep that to myself because that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. We all got shit we got to correct. Why the fuck am I going to spend most of my energy trying to correct another fucking grown-ass man? If a man is convicted in his belief system, then that's on him. That's what he does. Ain't nobody trying to be disrespectful, bro. Ain't nobody trying to do anything that's going to hinder another man. Shit, I even asked the brother to come on to the network and do his 3-minute presentation. It's like, I'm not stupid. I have a fucking brain. I know what I'm doing. And I'm not perfect, but I'm damn sure am not going to be apologizing for shit that I didn't even do. Nobody created no shade. But when you listen to people and how they was talking about me, there's a history here. There's a level of perception in regards to whatever it is I was saying or doing, because it wasn't in coincidence with how somebody else perceives things. And that's like me coming onto my platform and saying, oh, people be saying this about, Hispanics and Spanish people and Puerto Ricans and this and that. It's like, I know what I know based on my experiences, people. I'm not an old man, but I'm damn sure ain't a young man neither. I've been through some things, and I share my experiences and my perceptions as I'm fucking supposed to do. I have every right to do that. So why is it a problem when I speak it? When I speak the truth and how I understand it? You know what people could do? They could turn it off. They can unfollow. They can never listen again. And they could keep it moving. And if you look, this is another thing. See, because we need to speak truth here. This is not about creating a narrative of lies. But if you look in the chat room from my past endeavors and things that I've shared, it's always been positive. It's always been upright. Because I'm not going to come to other people's platform trying to shit on it, because at the end of the day, I don't have to be on it. If I don't agree with something, or if I feel like something's not right with my spirit, like we all can, we just shut it off and we don't have to be there. But it is what it is, man. And I'm going to leave it there, because at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not going to get caught up in this. I had a brother tell me earlier today, like, you got your path to walk, and don't let this hinder you, because you doing good things, and just continue to do that. As my brothers have told me and my sisters, like, I just got to continue doing what I'm doing. I can't get caught up in the fuckery, because there's enough of that going on. I'm not trying to get involved in that shit. And now that I think about it, maybe I stuck around in other people's platform a little too long and should have just focused on my shit. But my dumb ass, being the good person that I am, I try to help people. I was networking with people only for those people to shit on my name. But it's all good. I got thick skin, people. Thick skin. This is not going to hinder me. And if I'm in error, I'll take it up with the Most High. And I'll ask the Most High to guide me properly and to forgive me for my transgressions. I don't venerate men. And as much as this has been hurtful, in the sense, like, not that it's hurt my feelings, it's disappointing that this stuff was being said. But everything happens for a reason, and I'm going to embrace it, that it happened for a reason to serve me. And that this experience is only going to help me to continue to serve the Most High the best way I can, with the favor and the abilities and the gifts that have been given so that I can give them back. And it's that simple. This is not a popularity contest for me. It's just not. And I'm going to tell you something. This is the last time I'm going to talk about this, people, because at the end of the day, this is the type of negative energy that is unwarranted and doesn't need to be lingering. I'm not going to talk about this for the rest of the week. I didn't even really want to talk about this today. But after the lies, oh yeah, I was going to talk about it after the lies. Because people, this is not the first time people have, opinions about certain things. But as always, where are the receipts? Where they at? And like I said before, if you don't like what I'm saying, you don't have to freaking listen. This is internet shit. These are, I'm taking my podcast career very seriously, and I'm building this podcast, and I'm working my way to get my 10,000 plus downloads a show. I'm working on putting my TV channel out. I'm working on putting out my poetry and spoken words. I'm working on putting out marketing videos and other creative media concepts that I provide for people. And I'm going to continue to do that at a high level for as long as the Most High finds me worthy enough to put it in me to give me the strength and the energy to do so. And I'm going to leave this show on a positive note. I pray that the two brothers, or should I say the one brother that had a lot to say about me, I hope that everything continues to go well for him. And for the brother that was brought into the mix, plain and simple. I'm going to continue to uplift my uplift the people that want to put out righteous intentions and want to get closer to the Most High, to the people that want to understand the legacy of lies so they can better understand the truth. I'm going to just keep doing that. I'm going to keep educating. I'm going to keep learning. And I'm going to keep doing what I do. And I'm just going to try to do it to the best of my ability. And I'm not going to focus on things that are not conducive to my spiritual upliftment. And this is where it's going to lay. And this is where it's going to end right here and now on this show. My show tomorrow will not be about none of this shit. I got better things to do. I don't have a guilty conscience. I know what people have been saying about me behind the scenes and doing. See, it's all good when I'm doing things for people that's helping them. But the moment I'm speaking on this platform and talking about how I experienced this thing called life and this walk, and how I have to maintain balance on this righteous tightrope, it's a problem for some people. But like I said before, you don't have to listen. And I'm going to move on amicably. There's no hate here. There's no strife. It is what it is. And like I said before, all of this shit that that I've just talked about for the past hour and 20 or 2 hours and 20 minutes, it's all unnecessary. You know what I mean? It's all unnecessary. And whatever happens, happens. I'm not scared. The only thing that scares me, people, is not doing and using all the gifts that the Most High gave me to give back, and not being all that I was meant to be when it comes to serving my Creator. And I'm not trying to win people over. If nobody came onto this chat room tonight, I would have still said what the fuck I said, and I would have still stuck by it. And it would have been that, and I wouldn't have felt any different. Because I'll be honest with you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. This showing, like, I didn't even expect this. I didn't even expect these people to come onto my platform. And not everybody that comes on my platform is from this man's platform. There's a lot of people that listen to my show that have come in and out, and most of them listen outside. Because if I read my stats, right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in this chat room. But when I look at my stats, it's going to say 21. It's going to say 16. It's going to say 25. So there's other people listening to my show. India, United Kingdom, and I've been blocked from Australia completely. I've been banned. I'm shadow banned from Australia. That is a fact. I don't say that to fucking make shit up. All right? That's another thing. I'm not looking for a pity party. I'm literally shadow banned in certain countries, and it's fucked up my download game. And I know this to be true because when I went through the marketing agency and they put the freaking ad campaigns for 7 days through Apple and Spotify, it was showing and registering on their system that people were responding, but it wasn't showing on my statistical stat sheet for Apple or Spotify. I don't have to make this shit up, man. This is my life. This is what I'm dealing with. This is my struggle. This is my journey. And I have faith, because faith is our test. And it's the test that never rests. And I'm not resting until the Most High puts me to rest when it comes to speaking what I know. And like I said, if I'm in error, I will apologize. But nobody reached out to me and said, hey, you being disrespectful. Nobody reached out to me. And if they did, then we would have talked about it respectfully. And we would have dealt with it. But hey, everything happens for a reason. And that reason is there to serve you and me and whoever else that has an opinion or that is looking at this is not even a situation, man. This is nothing. It is what it is. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, which I was planning on doing anyway. But there's a history here. There's things that have transpired that it was like, I'm kind of glad this happened to a certain degree because now it's over. It's people said what they had to say, calling me a bunch of names and trying to belittle me. I'm not going to go that route. I'm not going to call my brothers and sisters in this truth, no matter how obscene some of the shit that they talked about that's not true. I'm not going to try to belittle my brothers and sisters because that's not what the Most High wants me to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to amicably depart from people's platform, and that's it. And I'm not going to support. I'm not going to do what I've been doing, and that's it. And they're not going to lose any sleep from me not being in their platforms. They're going to continue doing what they're doing. And I wish them the very best. I hope the very best for them. And I truly mean that. I really do. Because I got my own shit to do. And I respect people's families. I don't throw fucking shade on people's families. And I'm going to tell you something. If anybody that thinks I'm trying to pimp so-called black people or people that claim to be Judah, damn, you're so delusional. So delusional. But it is what it is. People are going to feel the way they do. There's nothing I can do to control that. I can only control what I have going on in my life. And even when it comes to controlling what I have in my life, I try to stay away from that too. I get out, I every day, I try to do what I can to get out of my own way and allow Yahweh. And it's a battle, people. That's why it's so hard living in righteousness when it comes to giving praise to the Most High. It's a freaking test every single day. And it's a hard battle with the flesh and the worldly things. But what else are we going to do? Are we going to wither away? Are we going to stumble and crumble and fall and stay down? Or are we going to have an unwavering faith and stand and keep balance on the righteous tightrope and make sure that we keep pressing forward? Because there's nothing to fear when you're rolling with the Most High. And if people want to look at me as a, you know, they say, oh, he's a Hispanic or Puerto Rican trying to be black, or he's a Gentile trying to be Hebrew, then hey, that's on you, man. Go ahead. Go right on ahead. I'm not trying to win people over or gain clout. I'm just trying to use the gifts that have been given so that I can give them back. And I know I have. That's why I'm very comfortable right now in the sense of knowing what I've done, because the Most High sees all. And I've helped a shitload of people to do whatever it is that they're doing. And however I can help them, I've done it, and I'm going to continue to do that. So brothers and sisters, I think I've spent enough time. We spent about 2.5 hours on this show, and I'm never going to speak about this again. I'm going to have this show up. If you want to download it, download the show. If you like to subscribe to the networkofawareness.com, go there. If you like to leave a review for the show, I will have the review links like I normally post after the show is over, because this is not a pre-record, so I couldn't, have to wait for the broadcast to be over for 15 minutes or so. And then I could put those other links once they refresh. And I wish my brothers and sisters, even the man that I used to consider a big brother and have a lot of love and respect for, I still do, and I wish him the best. But I am going to depart. You will not see me again. You will not see me again. And I know you're not going to miss me, and I'm cool with that. It's okay. I got people that love me. I got brothers and friends that trust me and that I trust. I have a circle of people that I collaborate with. And I've known these people for decades. I'm not looking for new friends. I'm not looking for people to give me praise for my works. I give my praise to the Most High. And if I'm going to tell you something, if I'm out of order in the next weeks or months to come, it'll show. It'll show. It'll show. The truth always comes to the light, people. So if I'm out of order, the Most High is going to take care of my ass. But I'm telling you right now, with the love and support that I gave my brothers and sisters? We'll see. We'll see, because I know I've been genuine. I know I've been authentic in my love and support. So, brothers and sisters, when you live in the present, there is always an opportunity for a new beginning. And don't look for the light at the end of the tunnel, because the light is and always will be within you. So light up the tunnel and find your way through the darkness. Peace, love, and light, and barakatah, my brothers and sisters, in this truth.